and I own 3 businesses. We've got Kiss and Makeup, which is our beauty and makeup studio. We have Cami Beauty Training, which is the accredited training academy, and I have Bareface Skincare, which is strong but natural ingredients to help heal problematic and acne-prone skin. So I started working with Jo 6 years ago. I believe I was her first mentee, or one of. We met on a training course together, and I was just starting out, so I was on my own, just freelancing as a makeup artist, but had a vision and a dream and sort of no idea how to get there really. So I started working really closely with Jo and coming to the networking events to learn about business and the business side of things. And yeah, from there we've had lots of ups and downs, but we've grown and scaled massively, increasing to a team of 6 employees. And surviving the pandemic somehow, where our goals are a bit delayed, but they're still in place. And I think the most important thing for me, if I didn't have Jo as a mentor, I definitely would have given up along the way somewhere. In the beginning, when I first set up the business, before I met Jo, I think I was very naive. I was super passionate, but I had a hobby essentially. And yeah, I'd definitely say naive and unprepared for what was to come in the business world and everything that goes with running a business. There's been so many breakthroughs that I've had since working with Jo, but genuinely, especially following the last 2 years with the pandemic, I think the resilience and strength to keep going, keep pivoting, keep changing, and somehow managing to keep growing, let alone just surviving, we've managed to thrive. And I think that I have to put a lot of that down to the support, the accountability, and yeah, just the sheer determination and passion that Jo has for helping people and building a strong community where we all support each other. So when I first met Jo, again, I was just starting out and I hadn't really thought through the business side of things. So getting a mentor wasn't necessarily a thought. I met Jo, and just from having a couple of conversations, I was a bit of a shock really. Okay, maybe I'm a bit out of my depth here, and there's lots of things that I need to think about and consider, and that I should be doing properly if I actually do want to grow and turn this into a business and not a hobby. So yeah, I think for me it was just having that initial conversation with her and the interest in that she had in my business. And the belief that she had when what she saw in me as well was just made me, we just had a connection, and she's helped me so much ever since. So the doubts I had, I suppose, I always knew from the beginning that I wanted it to become a brand and bigger than just me, which is why I had the business name rather than just being under my name. So that passion and that belief was always there, but I didn't really know how to get there as such. Mainly the naivety, and then the belief of, when the cash flow in any business, especially if it's bricks and mortar, cash flow cash is king, right? So if you've got lots of outgoings, but in your forecast is there, and just managing that cash flow, managing the predictions, getting ahead of everything, being on top of everything, and having a backup plan if something doesn't quite go wrong or an invoice that's due doesn't get paid. I wasn't prepared for any of that. So they were my worries when I first started to have those conversations with Jo, and why I knew she was the right person for me. First of all, she's just a wonderful person, and she really cares about the people she works with. She really cares about their business. She's in the nitty-gritty. There's none of the fluffy top level stuff that you can get 10 times over on YouTube nowadays. She is a real hand-holding mentor that gets stuck in, and I think she's not afraid to challenge me, which helps as well. So coming from my background was in the corporate world, and all of a sudden to have no accountability to anyone, but to have that belief from somebody, and the investment of her time and her energy and how much she gives to it, but then also the pushback, to challenge if something isn't necessarily, she can see that it might not be the right thing or the right way, or she will challenge and push back on that. And I think it's really important as a business owner to have that. So you've got the belief and you've got the support, but you've also you've got somebody who's not afraid to challenge you and push you. You've got to make sure it's the right thing for you. So pick up the phone, have a call. And that's the only way you'll truly know, and you'll know straight away that she is one of the most all-round business mentors in this country today, I believe. She fully gets involved, as I said before, and she has got so many strings to her bow, and a proven track record of not only her own successful businesses, but how many people she's actually physically helped. And I'm not talking at that top level, right deep into the nitty-gritty. So if it's the launch, if it's getting the foundations right, if it's growing, whatever the problems are in your business or what you need support with, she has that rounded skill set, just paired with her really caring and strong passion to help people. So yeah, she's just an all-round great mentor, and I don't think there's anyone like her in the UK. So we've grown rapidly, and a lot of that is down to the encouragement, sometimes forceful pushing from Jo, which is much needed. But I guess one example that will always stick in my mind is I wanted to teach. I was always passionate about teaching other people, so we started doing some master classes, and I'd get a maximum of 10 people, and then she made me hire a room. I say made because I was so nervous too, and we were working at 30 attendees, and then she put a big challenge to me. She said, I think you can get 100 people in a room, and in Mastermind there was the support of 6 other women encouraging me and believing in me to do it, and I never would have done that myself. And the end result was we had 150 people in a room paying £100 per ticket, which was pretty special. So Mastermind is a really special thing. These women that you're in this group with not only get right into your business and help you with that, but you go through so many in-depth moments in your life, and your personal life naturally comes into that. Also, when you're a small business owner or you're setting up, you're growing, often the people around you, your friends and family, they don't understand it. Why are you doing it? Why do you give up so many times? Why are you sacrificing so many things? Why have you invested so much money when it might seem that it's not working, or it's constantly stressing you out? And people don't understand that. So to have this group of women who are either behind you on their journey, not behind, but starting in their journey, or much further ahead, we can all learn something from each other. And at some point, somebody in that room is going to experience what you're going through personally or professionally, and there isn't a word to fully describe that. But yeah, I think my personal life would have massively sacrificed, and yeah, I would have given up. I would not be here today running this business if it wasn't for Mastermind and Jo. So if I could go back in time and give myself a piece of advice in the early days about getting a mentor, I would say really clearly, you don't have to do it alone. So there's a huge emphasis and pressure that we put on ourselves when you're launching something, that we've got to do it, and we've got to do it all ourselves, and we've got to do it right. But you don't. You're going to do it much quicker and much more effectively if you've got somebody guiding you or a support system around you. Wow, yeah, so now my mindset compared to 6 years ago when I first started and before I worked with Jo, I'm definitely resilient. I'm strong, but an inner strength and an inner knowing, because I know my business inside out. If something was to go wrong, I've got a strategy there, for how we can recover, how we can change. Knowing the business inside out, and just having the skills, the support, and everything really that I need to either stabilise, grow, survive a crisis, or support and encourage and motivate the team. Everything now I've got is there. So now I feel resilient, stable, and ready to grow.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was perfect.